Now we are going to continue with the working on this mechanical drawing, which is 2026 NECO exam question. And we have answered question Roman figure 1, which is for us to draw the front elevation of the assembled parts of these parts. And then we have also made the drawing of the left side view. Now we want to work on the sectional front elevation on cutting plane BB. Okay, so here I've placed the cutting plane, so as we can see it here on the view on the end elevation. So we also have it here, so it means that when this part is cut, when we cut it into two, we remove this part and want to see what we have here. So for us to draw the sectional front elevation, what we have to do is to replicate this, but in this case all the hidden part will now be exposed. So that is what we want to do right now. So let's see how the construction can be made for the sectional front elevation as we are instructed. So what we are to do first is to draw a horizontal center line. So here we have a horizontal center line here. So we have it like this. Okay, so then we are going to start with the pulley. Okay, so that's what we are going to start with. So as we did for the pulley that we have made here on the front elevation of the assembled part, so we also take the measurements. Okay, total length is 45, but we add that from here to here 15, from here to here 29, and then we have the balance here. So I will take the measurement. Normally I'm supposed to transfer from here, but for I want us to have it taken accurately. So this is 15, and then we have 29, and then we have 45. So this is 45. So at each of these points we are to draw a vertical line. So here we have a vertical line here like this. Okay, and then here we also have a vertical line at this point. So here we have a vertical line at this point. Okay, so here we have a vertical line here. At this point we also have a vertical line here, and then at this point we have a vertical line, so drawn here like this. Okay, so let's take the diameter of each of them. So diameter of this is 60, and this is 45, and this is 25. So 25 by 2, that will give us 12.5. So here we have this to be 12.5, so 12.5 down and 12.5 millimeters up. Okay, so we have this to be 12.5, and then next one we have 45. So 45 by 2, that will give us 22.5. So here we have this to be 22.5, and then up here we have this to be 22.5. Okay, and then the third one is 60 in diameter, so 30 millimeters down and 30 millimeters up, so making 60. All right, so at this point we are to draw a horizontal line at this point. So here we have horizontal line from here to here, and then coming up here, so we also have horizontal line from here to here, horizontal line. Here we also have horizontal line like this. Okay, so coming up, so we have horizontal line at this point, and then here we also have horizontal line at this point, and then up here we have horizontal line like this. So we have this. Okay, all right, so then the next thing that we are to do, we are inserting this bush inside the pulley. Okay, so because that will be also be exposed by the time we cut it with the cutting plane, it will also be exposed. So the diameter of the bush is 19 millimeters. So 19 by 2 will give us 9.5 millimeters. Okay, so here we take 9.5 millimeters. Yes, this 9.5 millimeters down, and up here we also have 9.5 millimeters up. This is 9.5 millimeters up. Then we have a hole inside the bush, so the hole has a diameter of 15 millimeters. So 15 millimeters by 2, that will give us 7.5 millimeters. So here we have this to be, this is 7.5 millimeters down, and then up here we have this to be 7.5 millimeters up. So we have this. So here this line will be seen clearly. So we are going to have it as a solid line, okay? So as a complete solid line, and then this also to be exposed. This is the thickness of the inner part of the bush. So we also need to make that line. We also need to make it a thick line, and then we also have this, okay, as a complete solid line, and then coming up here, so we also make this line, make it a complete solid line. So we have this. All right, so having done this, the next thing that we are to do, okay, let's come and work on. So let me just, I need to adjust this camera, okay. All right, so now, so let's work on this part of the frame. So we have what we have a washer here, okay, which will also be exposed on this face. We have it, okay. So they have the same diameter as that of the bush, okay. So which is 19 millimeters. So let's work on that, and length from here to here. So the thickness is 2 millimeters. So let's work on that, okay. So we take the measurement directly. So we measure it, okay. So we take 2 millimeters from, okay, so this is 2 millimeters, and then on this side we also take 2 millimeters. Here is 2 millimeters here. So then we are to draw, so we are to draw a vertical line at this point. So we draw a vertical line here, okay. So here we have so here we have a vertical line here like this. Okay, so on this side also we have a vertical line. So this is a vertical line here, like this, okay. So then, so that 19, so we just transfer it. So transfer it here. So this is it, okay. Then that 15, which is 7.5, so we transfer it because that will also be exposed. So we're supposed to do it on both sides, okay. So we also draw from here to here, and then here we also draw, okay. So then coming up here, we'll do the same thing by extending this line to this side, extend to this side, and then up here we'll do the same thing, extend it here, and then we extend it to this side. So we have this now. All right, so now, so having done this, so so the next thing that we are to do, let's locate this upper part of the frame. So the upper part of the frame here. So let's locate it here, okay. So from the center, it is 22 up, okay. So because total from here to here is 44, okay. So that means from the center up is 22 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 22 millimeters from here. So we take 22 millimeters up. So this is 22 millimeters up, okay. So so we just have to extend it, okay. So we draw this line. So we draw it to the left side, and we draw to the right side from here, okay. So the thickness of this part of the frame from here to here is 15 millimeters. So we take a measurement of 15 millimeters from here to this side. This is 15 millimeters on this side also. So from this line, we take 15 millimeters to the left side. This is 15 millimeters. So at this point, so we are to draw a vertical line. So at this point, we are to draw a vertical line here. So here we have a vertical line like this, and on this side also we draw a vertical line. So we draw it down here. So we have this. All right, so then this hole that we have here in this on the pulley, so with this washer that we have here on the frame, so we also need to extend that. So we are going to extending this one. The inner one alone is what we're extending. So we extend the inner one to this side like this, and then we extend this here, and then so we also extend this to this side. So we extend it to this side, okay. So we have this. All right, so another thing that we need to put here, so we also have an external washer laid on this surface, and this part of the boat will be laid here. So we also have the same thing here. So the thickness is also 2 millimeters. So let's quickly do that at once. Okay, so we take 2 millimeters. Okay, so 2 millimeters outward from here. So 2 millimeters outward here, and then on this side we also take 2 millimeters outward. So this is 2 millimeters. Okay, so at this point, so we are to draw a vertical line. So we have to draw a vertical line. Okay, so we draw a vertical line like this. Okay, and then on this side also, so we also draw a vertical line. So we draw a, looking at this line is not straight. Okay, so here we draw a vertical line here. All right, so we have this. Okay, so this the this 15 will also, it will go with this 15, so this 15 will be extended into it. So we have like this, and then we also have it to this side. Okay, and then so we also draw this. Okay, so the hole, so we also have it inside the washer. Okay, so then we also have it here. Then its thickness is 19 millimeters. Okay, that is the diameter on the external part is 19 millimeters. So that 19 millimeters, we draw it here, and then we draw it here, and up here also. So we also draw it here, and then we draw it here. So this is it. All right, so we have laid the washers there. Okay, so then the next thing that we are to do, so let's bring in this bolt. Let's bring this bolt. Okay, so this is going to be part of the length of the boat bed. We need to place this part. We need to place it there. All right, so this is what I'm going to do as we did for the front elevation that we did. So we need to come out here. So we did the calculation on the front elevation then. So we did the calculation. So the calculation of the external diameter of this boat. So the diameter of the boat, that is the cylindrical part, diameter is 15 millimeters. So we multiply it by 1.5, and that gave us 22.5, but we made it 24. We used 24 instead of 23, which is an approximate. If we are to bet, I will use 24 millimeters. So that is what we did. So what we did, okay, is that we want to construct this knot. That's what we want to do, and this also, they have the same dimension. So that is what we want to do. So we take 12 millimeters. Okay, so with the compass, take 12 millimeters, having drawn this vertical center line. So we put it here, and then we turn it around to draw a semicircle. That's what we did for the front elevation. So we draw a semicircle here. So this is a semicircle. Then we put the pin. So we put the pin on the compass here. So we make an arc here. So make an arc here. So make an arc here. So put it at this point here, and also make an arc here. So we have this. Okay, so what we have to do, so for this point, so we have to come here, and at this point, so we draw horizontal line. So here we draw horizontal line. So draw horizontal line from here to this side to touch this, and then so extend it here for this part of the boat. Okay, so and then so we come up a bit to this point. So we come to this point and we draw horizontal line. So we just draw from here. Okay, and then so we draw it here like this, and then coming up, so coming up here, so we also draw. Okay, so I'm making use of this point, and then so we also draw this. Okay, then coming up here at this point. Okay, so we draw like this, and then we also draw here. All right, so we have this. Okay, so we did all this when we were making the front elevation. So what we have to do next is the thickness of the bolt from here to of the knot from here to here. So this thickness, what you have to do is to multiply that 15 millimeters by 0.8. So that gives us 12 millimeters approximately, or 12 millimeters as when we multiply it. Okay, so then we take a measurement of 12 millimeters here. So this is 12 millimeters. Okay, and then so here also come to the front here. So we take 12 millimeters from this line, so 12 millimeters forward. So this is 12 millimeters. So at this point, we are to draw a vertical line. So we have to draw a vertical line here. So here we draw a vertical line from here to here. And then coming here, we also draw a vertical line from here to here. So we have this. All right, so so the next thing that we have to do is to so this curve part, and then this straight line that we have here, so it's drawn with 30 degree of the set square. It's drawn with 30 degree of the set square. So I'm not taking measurements for that, so I'll just use the 30 degree set square to draw this. And then so coming to this side also, I will also draw like this. Okay, so we have this. And then so for this part, so we have what, with same 30 degree set square, so we also draw from here to here. Okay, all right, so and then so coming to this side, so I'll also draw from here to here. So we have this. Okay, so then so the curve part, that we have here, we have to do that. So I used my hand to do that when we did one of the front elevation of the assembled part. So I'll just make a curve like this, and here also I'll make a curve like this. So you can use your French curve to do this, no problem. Just go on and do it. And then so this curve parts. Okay, so we join this together like this. All right, so we have this. All right, so then on this side we do the same thing. So by making the curve, and then so we go on. All right, so we have this. Okay, so what we have to do now, so we have to make this a thick line from here to here, make this line a thick line from here to here, and this line make it a thick line from here to here. So make this a thick line from here to here, and then so this line should be made a thick line from here to here. So then this part, so just make it a thick line. So and then so we come here, we'll do the same thing. So make this line a thick line from here to here, and then we may also make this a thick line from here to here. So then these lines, make them thick lines. All right, so we have this now. Then okay, so then so we go on. So for the bolt, so it has an extension outside. Because the total length from here to here is 103. So 103 millimeters. So 103 millimeters. So we have to take that distance. Okay, so 103 millimeters. So we measure from this point here. So this is where we are measuring from this point. So we measure, so from here, so 103 millimeters. Okay, so this is 103 millimeters here. So this is 103 millimeters. So I've marked it there. So what we are to do now is that, so this is the thickness, so that 15 millimeters. Okay, so we So we extend it outside here. Okay, so I need to draw. So let's draw a vertical line at this point. Just a faint vertical line like this. Okay, so we have this. So we extend it outside here. So in the north, so it should be. So we are going to have it with short dashes line, but here, so we draw it from here to here. Okay, so coming up here also, so in the north, so we draw a short dashes line, and then so it extends here like this. Okay, so and then so we just come up a bit, okay, like 1 millimeter up. So draw this line, and then so we also come up here. So we also draw from here to here. So all right, so then so we have to complete the okay. So all right, so we have this. Okay, so that's for the both parts. So what we have to do now is that, so let's complete this part at once. So so this will be made thick from here to here, and this will also be made thick, and then from here to here this will be made thick, a thick line, and then the same thing here. And for this, so we also have the same thing from here to here, and then so we also make it a thick line from here to, so we have this. Okay, so and then so all right, so this line made a thick line from here to here, and then we also have this to be a thick line from here to here. All right, so on this side we also have the same thing, so make it a thick line, and then we also make this a thick line from here to here, so we have this. All right, so now let's come and work on the down part. So let's come and work on the down part. Okay, so for the down part, so let's work on that. Okay, I believe okay we're able to cover that. All right, so on the down part here, so we want to work on this part of the frame. Okay, so what I'll just do, I'm going to transfer from what we have up here. Okay, we'll transfer from what we have up here. So that's what I will do. Okay, so all right, so we have what we have to take the measurements. So for what we have here, so we have that from this center down to this bottom part, we have what we have 22 from here to here plus 26. So that will give us what, that's 48, and then we have 18 down. So let's take that 48 millimeters first. So 48 millimeters from the center line. So 48 millimeters from the center line. Okay, so this is 48 millimeters. So at this point we draw horizontal line. So here we draw horizontal line. So this horizontal line, so this line that we have here, so we draw horizontal line like this. Okay, so then we are to take a measurement of 18 millimeters. That is from here to here, 18 millimeters. So take 18 millimeters down. Okay, so here is 18 millimeters. So at this point, I will also draw horizontal line. So here we have horizontal line like this, and then so I will now come and transfer. I will transfer this line. So I transfer this line. So at this end, so I transfer it here. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so this hole that we have here, it will be shown to be exposed. So I just transfer it. So the center line. So I draw the center line here like this. So that's center line. Then coming here, I will transfer this. Okay, so we have this now. So then on this side, I will also transfer this distance that we have for this part. Okay, so then coming to this side, so we also do the same thing. So transfer this, and then I'll transfer this whole part. So draw a line from here to here. So the center, okay, so the center here, I will also draw it as thin long chain line. as a center line. And then so I will also draw this, so transfer this part, and then so coming to this end I will also transfer this. All right, so that is done. Okay, so other things that we are to do here, um, all right, so I'm looking at this part of the frame. Okay, this distance that I took here is not aligned, so we are not going to use this because the center, they are not in line. So the way I place them, so they are not in line together, so sorry for that. So I need to take the distances separately. I need to work that out. They are not in line. Okay, so I didn't take note of that. Okay, so what we are to do here, okay, so this bring this line down. Sorry for that, please. Okay, so I need to bring this line, so I need to bring this down here. Okay, so so this should be okay, so from here, so we have to be 50, so we divide this 50 by 2, that's 24. That's how we did it in the front elevation. So for this 25 that we have here, so I'm transferring it down, and then so from what we have here, so total length from here to here is 150. So we take 75 millimeters to the left side, 75 millimeters to the left side. So here is 75 millimeters. Okay, and then on this side we also have, from here we also have 75 millimeters. Sorry for that error that I didn't take note of. Okay, all right, so to draw a vertical line here like this. Okay, so on this side also we also draw a vertical line. All right, so we have this. Okay, so then another thing that we have here that we need to, so for this part that we have here, okay, so we have that distance from here to here is 120 from the center of the hole. Let's locate, okay, from the center of the hole. So what we have to do from here, we take 60 millimeters to the left side for us to locate the center of the hole, and then we take 60 millimeters to the right side from here, okay, to locate the center of the hole. So this is 60 millimeters. So at this point we draw a vertical center line here for the hole. So vertical center line for the hole here. Okay, so also at this point we also do the same thing, vertical center line for the hole. So we have this, and then so for the hole, so we have it to be 10 millimeters in diameter. So we take 5 millimeters to the left side, okay, and 5 millimeters to the right side. Okay, we have this also here, so we take 5 millimeters to the left side and 5 millimeters to the right side. So at this point, so the hole will be exposed, so we are going to see it clearly. So we make this line a line like a thick line, and then we also make this line so visible as a thick line. So coming to this side, we do the same thing like this, and then here we also do the same thing like this. Okay, so that is for the hole that we have there. So then the next thing that we are to do here, so I need to bring this line down. Okay, so we have this. All right, so then the next thing that we are to do is for us to let's work on this web. Okay, so the web, so its distance from this line is 26 millimeters up. So let's take that 26 millimeters. So this is 26 millimeters here. So we add this to be 26. So if you look at the way it is drawn, so we are just to connect this together, the straight line, and then so we take 26 from here also, 26 millimeters of this 26 millimeters up. So we connect these 2 points together. All right, so that is the way put here. So another thing that we have to do, we have some curves here. Okay, so we have some curves. So as we did in the front elevation, so we take 5 millimeters up, and then here we also take 5 millimeters up here. So here we take 5 millimeters, and here we take 5 millimeters. All right, so then that's in 5 millimeters. We have to take it on the horizontal. So this is 5 to this side, and also 5 to this side, and here we also take 5 to this side, and then so here we take 5 millimeters to this side. So with the French curve, so we form the curves. So we form the curves. So we use the French curve to form the curve. So here we form the curve like this here. So the curve will still be there. Okay. And then on this side, so we also all right, so and here also we form the curve here. All right, so we have this. So the next thing that we have to do is to make this a thick line from here to here. So this will be a thick line. So from here up, okay. So then, so this forms a thick line. So from here down, okay. So and then, so here also we have this to be a thick line from here to this point, and this will be a thick line from here to here, like this. All right, so other things that we have to do. So we also have a curve around here. So this curve that we have up here and here. So let's work on that. Okay, so what we have to do, I took 10 down here, okay, and then we take 10 down here. So with the French curve, so we form the curve here, form the curve here. Okay, so on this side, we also do the same thing. All right, so we have this. So what we and then so the one that we have here, so we take 5 millimeters. Okay, let's look at the midpoint. So what we have here, so the length from here to here is 100. So we take 5 millimeters, 50 millimeters to both sides. So from this point, here we have this is 50 millimeters to this point, and then here also take 50 millimeters here. This is 50 millimeters. Okay, so we draw a short vertical line here, and then a short vertical line. So here from this point, so we have this, and then we take 5 millimeters up, 5 millimeters up. So we draw horizontal line from here to here. Okay, so then we have to form the curve. So I used my hand to form the curve here. This. Okay, so then also form the curve here. Okay, so we have this. Then we have to make this a thick line all through to this end to be exposed. Okay, then all right, so then we make this a thick line from here to here, this a thick line from here to here. So unlike what we have here on the front elevation, so the line will just be a thick line from here to here. And okay, so and then this will be a thick line from here to this end. Okay, so this we left empty like that, and then so we also make this a thick line. This will also be a thick line from here to here. All right, so that's what we have, and this line so be a thick line from here to here. So this will be left like this, unlike what we have here in the front elevation. So and then this line also from here. So you also need to make this a thick line, and this will be a thick line from here to here. All right, so this is what we are going to have here. Okay, so we have this. So what we are left with now is for us to hash the solid part. Okay, so all right, so let's look at what how the arching lines or where the arching lines should be put. Okay, so that's what we want to do now. So we make use of 45 degrees set square for arching of the surface. Okay, so we are going to, so let's start by hashing the pulley. So we have two parts here. So the part of the bush that we inserted into the pulley, and then we also have the pulley itself. But let's arch the pulley. They have to be arched in different directions. So I'm arching the pulley like this. Okay. So this is the pulley. I'm arching the pulley alone. Just the pulley alone. Okay, so the arching has to be done, so we don't have to rush it. Okay. All right, so then all right, so we have hashed the pulley. Then the bush that we have inside it here. So let's start. So we hash in another direction. It has to be hashed in a different direction. Okay, and then can make it more wider than that of the pulley. Okay. So when we have two different parts like this, so the parts are to be hashed in different direction. If one enters into the other is laid, they are laid on one another, so they have to be hashed in different direction. So that's what we are doing here. All right. Okay, so the bush has been hashed as we can see it here. So what we are left with is to hash the frame. Okay, to hash the frame. So the frame also, so we also need to hash it. So we decide on where how to hash it. So I want to hash it in different directions, so making it more wider. So we have this. Okay, and all right, so we have this. Okay, so then um okay, so we are not hashing the web, so the web will be left unhashed. So we don't hash a web when it is cut in this form, so we leave it unhashed. Okay, so we are not hashing the web. Okay, so we have this. Okay, okay, so we have it. So usually use 45 degrees set square in arching. I think I should have done this. So we come here and here, and then okay. All right, so we go on. All right, so we go on with this. So we are getting to the final stage. Okay. All right, so here we. All right, so this is the sectional view, and then there's another part that we need to hash. That is that of the washer. Okay, so sorry, the washer will be left unhashed, so we are not to the washer will not be cut into two, so we have to leave it like that. So this washer now, so I need to make this a thick line. It should not be cut off, so from here to here, so make the thick line, and then for this one also make the thick line from here to here, so it should not be cut into two. Okay, but all right, so this one here, it's very small, so just let's leave it like that. I mean, the one that we have in here, okay, we have already done it together with the push that we have inside there. So here we have the sectional front elevation, sectional front elevation on plane BB. So you have to write it here, you have to write it here, so you write at the end, so write sectional, so sectional, so sectional front elevation. So BB, so write, so BB like this. Okay, all right, so this is it. So as simple as I've done it here. So thank you and God bless you.